I never thought I would have to say this, but Keith Lee, you doing way too damn much.
Hey people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So this video, we want to talk about Taraji P. Henson and the Kid Lee situation that happened at the BET. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, I'll break it down for you. So what happened is that on the 30th, which is about 2 days ago, it was the BET Award, and you guys know the BET Award is really big for the black community. And Kid Lee and his wife was invited for the BET Award. If you don't know who Kid Lee is, then Google is your friend, but I'm going to let you know if you don't know. So Kid Lee is a food critic. So what he does is that he goes around and tries out food restaurants, and he's really big on the social media and TikTok scene. Like Kid Lee is almost like Bible. If Kid Lee says this is good, if this food is good, the food is good. Literally, that's just who Kid Lee is. So it's really a big deal on the TikTok and the social media community, and even to the black community, because he has helped so many black restaurant and food trucks and all that. So what happened is that Taraji P. Henson was the host of the BET Award show, and she was going around kicking, cacaing. Do you guys know how hosting an award show is? Just kicking, cacaing, making a joke, just keeping the conversation going. And it got to a place where she got to a seat where Kid Lee, his wife, and another popular TikToker that looks exactly like, I don't know what's his name, Jordan or what, that looks exactly like Method Man. And she went on to make jokes, and she mistake this guy that looks like Method Man and does the Method Man impression thing. She mistake him for Kid Lee, and she was doing the Kid Lee well-known, so how are you going to rate this? Like, but I need you guys to see this clip. Like, see the clip first, and then we'll talk.
Look alike. Meth is married, are you? Are you? Hi, how are you? Mr. Keith Lee, I know what you're thinking right now. This is about a 10.9 out of a 10. I got caught up in my own inner monologue. I'm so sorry. You're thinking this is a 10.9 out of 10. My bad. You fine too, so call me. Give him his flower.
That's the clip. Let me know what you think about that clip, Taraji, how if she made a mistake, and how this, like, how does this come across to you? For me, it came across as, I'm going to let you guys know what I think about this later on while we're sharing our thoughts. But this also got Kid Lee's response. So the rose that was given to Kid Lee on the award, Kid Lee dropped it on the floor and wrote a caption, and this is what he had to say. So this is what Kid Lee said, our name will be in every room it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be, how it's supposed, with no confusion. God is amazing. Hashtag thankful. This just got the entire internet talking, because some people are saying that, oh, Kid Lee is being ungrateful. Why was Kid Lee shading Taraji P. Henson for not knowing who he is? Why some people are saying that Taraji P. Henson should know who Kid Lee is? Like, for me, I want to know what you think about this down in the comment section. Go ahead and share your own thoughts on this conversation, okay? Do you think Taraji shouldn't have made that mistake? Do you think Kid Lee should have let it fly and don't throw the rose down and all that? Please go ahead and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. I have my own thoughts, and I'm going to share it later on in the video, but yeah, I want to know yours down in the comment section. Before we go hear other people's thoughts on this, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? What did I do to you? Go ahead and smash the subscribe button down there and click the notification bell so you get notified once I upload video, because I post video every day, 2 videos actually, and you don't want to miss out on the conversation. I bet you don't want to, okay? So go ahead and subscribe, okay? So let's go check out people's thoughts on this, and then I'll come back and talk more.
I really do think that they be making these celebrities do stuff. Because why on God's green earth would Taraji P. Henson get on that stage or wherever the hell they was at and say that? And knowing and seeing that this man's wife is right next to him, a beautiful black queen. Then not only did you do that, you proceeded to give him a rose and say, call me, then turn around and give his brother a rose and tell him to call you too. Like, it's just like, I really don't get the joke in this, and it's really not funny. It's very disrespectful, and it's very distasteful, and I just feel like, I don't think she's married, and maybe that's why, but that's not cute. And I wonder, is this all a skit? Like, do they do this to get a reaction out of the crowd or the masses? Because it's like, this got to be a joke. It's no way possible. And I definitely applaud Ronnie. I think her name is Ronnie. Because, baby. Yeah, I applaud her. Because, no, ma'am. It wouldn't, no. Heck, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I never thought I would have to say this, but Keith Lee, you doing way too damn much. So if you don't know, last night, Taraji does her banter in the audience, and she's flirting and passing out roses to, and she mistakes Keith Lee for another guy. The guy that Method Man always does videos with, who always has all the fucking recipes, she confuses him with him. And then she goes back, and she says, oh, my bad, and she does the Keith Lee moment, and then she says, give him a rose, he's fine, call a joke. Not even that fucking serious. Keith Lee then makes a video throwing or dropping the rose on the floor and leaving it there with the description, our name will be known in every room it's supposed to be in, when it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. God is amazing. With all due respect, Keith Lee, I love you, but you're doing way too fucking much. Taraji did not mean any harm, and you're taking it too serious. This is Taraji P. Henson. Okay? She's not no unknown actor. She's not an unknown singer. This is big league. She really just put you more on the map, sir. And she apologized. It wasn't even that serious. It was a goddamn joke. And I know your wife took offense saying, he's fine, call me. Taraji don't want you, Keith. I'm going to make that very clear. Taraji P. Henson does not want you, sir. I'm pretty sure she didn't even know if you were married. She's going through the room and making her rounds and making people laugh. She did not disrespect you, and she apologized. You did not have to drop a rose and put it on TikTok. I don't know if you were doing it for the sake of your wife, but it made you look really small in this moment. And that is something I don't equate you to. And you are famous, but you're not as famous as Taraji P. Henson. You're doing too much.
Y'all, look how Taraji P. Henson disrespected the out of Keith Lee. And I want you to pay attention to when she realized that she made a mistake. I want you to watch her reaction when she was the one who made a mistake. And I want you to watch Keith Lee's face, and I want you to watch his wife's face. Let's see. Now, this is how you know that this industry is fake as fuck. Because he didn't deserve that. When she realized that she made a mistake, instead of her acknowledging it, apologizing to him in a real way, not some old dismissive ass, oh, my bad, give him his flowers, you fine too, and then move on from him. After all the things that Keith Lee has done for small businesses, you know, donating money, and you're supposed to be giving him his flowers, somebody gave your ass a script, because there's no way, that means that you don't even know who this dude is, you've never seen him before. Because even if it was, let's just say it wasn't genuine, at least you know what the man looked like. You don't even know what the man looked like, so all that shit that you went up there and said, oh, what is this, a 10.9? You think that fake as somebody handed her ass a script, and that shit was so disingenuous. And for him to be a black man and do what he does for small businesses, that shit wasn't cool.
The question is, why does everybody in mainstream media act like TikTokers are aliens? Taraji P. Henson, let's chit-chat. Now, the owner of Neighborhood Talk hails from the Shade Room, and I tell you that because they never miss the shady moments, right? Keith Lee posted a video of him throwing the rose that Taraji P. Henson gave him on the ground with the caption saying, our name will be known in every room that it's supposed to be in. And like, honestly, clap, clap. I wish you would have kept it up, Keith Lee, because that shade is definitely a 10.9 out of 10. Taraji P. Henson not taking the time to know the people who were in her monologue, the people that she's supposed to be giving a rose to, speaks to a bigger issue, right? Like, y'all people in mainstream media see and value TikTokers, but to an extent, because what is it for you to get online and know that Keith Lee looks like he looks and is definitely married to Ronnie because you putting your butt in his face talking about some call me? It's tacky. Cookie. The issue is that it's time for mainstream media to catch up. We love Taraji P. Henson down, but is she really the right person to host the BET Awards at this time, especially if she doesn't even know the people in the audience?
Taraji P. Henson better be glad that she don't have a restaurant to review. So the BET Awards was last night, and I'm going to be real with you, I didn't watch it. But of course, it went viral that Taraji P. Henson, I guess, was doing a segment on people that need their flowers and things like that, which is cool. It's dope that BET was giving content creators their flowers as well. But she got to talking about Keith Lee. Wasn't looking at Keith Lee. She was looking at Jordan. Okay. And Jordan is a great creator as well, but he's not Keith Lee. Which is crazy to even say, because Keith Lee has been on mainstream for at least a year at this point, if not longer, right? He's been in the limelight for a very long time, correct? But BET, y'all didn't practice that. Y'all didn't make sure that you knew exactly who was who. And I'm like, Taraji, how you don't know who Keith Lee is? Like, he at least sat down with Cardi B. I don't understand that. My biggest problem with BET is that it always looks unorganized. There's always something that is unorganized to me. So, man, that was funny as hell, man. And you could tell Keith Lee's wife was just not having it. She was not with it. But hopefully Taraji apologized afterwards, and they got on about their day. I don't think he's talked about it. So
y'all are going to hate me for what I'm about to say. Keith Lee posting that video of him tossing that one singular rose on the floor with that sappy ass caption. Girl, it is not that serious. Because hear me out, for somebody whose entire brand is about not wanting to be treated like a celebrity and being a normal person, how could you be upset that Taraji P. Henson, that's a fucking auntie. I don't feel like she's chronically online like the rest of us, so I really truly feel like it was an honest mistake. So the reaction to me felt just a little much. Because for one, you're sitting front row at the BET Awards. Your name is in the script of the show. So I don't feel like it was a slight to you. I feel like they wanted to give you your props. She just didn't know who the was. And that's also not to say that BET is not wrong, because obviously there should have been some goddamn type of rehearsal. She should have been versed on who she was talking about. They should have had some type of picture for her to see. But this is BET. Budget entertainment. You got to take what you can get. And I don't want to like discount his feelings, because maybe his feelings were like genuinely hurt. But the video was just, it gave Telenova.
Problem is that BET is trying to keep up with the times, and they are saturating the BET Awards with influencers, because that is a part of keeping up with the times, and celebrities are not knowing who these influencers are, and I think that is 1000% okay. Like, celebrities and influencers are two different categories. I don't care how TikTok famous, Instagram famous, Facebook famous somebody is. They are different from a celebrity, okay? I truly feel like that way. I feel like, and I hate how they are saturating the BET Awards with influencers. Sprinkling a little bit here and there, what they was doing in the past years was cool, but they are just saturating it with influencers and expecting celebrities to know who these influencers are. No shade, no tea. I love Keith Lee. I truly feel like he is on the right side of somebody we made famous, right? I love him, right? However, why is anyone shocked that Taraji didn't know who he is? Taraji P. Henson don't give me that she just sits on TikTok scrolling all day, because she has other things to do. She don't give me she sit and binge watch Keith Lee videos all day. Like, they are on two different, I feel like they're in two different worlds. Like, literally they're in two different worlds. If I was to ask my mama or my grandma or whoever who Keith Lee is, they probably would not know. And that is not no shade to him. I feel like his time will come, because he is great. I think he's very humble. However, his time is not right now where Taraji P. Henson knows who he is, and that's okay. I think it was an honest mistake, a mishap, and I don't think Keith Lee's wrong for feeling how he feels, because we're human, right? And nobody wants to feel like, you know, because it was kind of embarrassing. I get it. However, we can't be mad at Taraji because she genuinely didn't know, but we could be mad at BET because why are y'all giving these scripts and all this stuff, and y'all ain't introducing these celebrities to these people? Millennials and Gen Zers made Keith Lee famous. Not Taraji P. Henson and all them times, all their generation. I think their generation might know of him, but Gen Zers and millennials made Keith Lee famous. That's who we should be. If it was like somebody younger, then I'll be like, okay, they should know who Keith Lee is. But Taraji P. Henson know who he is. Why is it? I don't understand why it's all this. Like, I think it was genuinely a mishap. and she also apologized. And I think that next time they got to take that up with BET. And if they are going to put the influencers and the celebrities together, then they're going to have to make that a little bit smoother and introduce these people, introduce the celebrities to these influencers, because us regular people made the influencers famous. Okay.
I just got one question. If Taraji didn't know that Jordan Hallett wasn't Keith Lee, then how was she supposed to know that Keith Lee is married and that that was his wife sitting next to him? But she did know about his whole, 10 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 thing. So it's like she's familiar with Keith Lee. So I don't understand what the confusion was about, now that I think about it. See, this is why they just need to go ahead and get rid of the whole host for tonight's award. No, we don't need any more hosts because it's too much cringe going on. Like, I love Taraji. This is not specific to her. This is any time I watch an award show. It's always like, I can't. I remember one year there was no host. I think it was during the first writer's strike, and I didn't even notice halfway through. Oh, there's no host. Okay. It was completely fine. I think we should just get back to that.
Okay, this is my take on the Keith Lee Taraji situation. Keith Lee, you are up and coming, and God is amazing. You say that all the time. That is how you even got to be at the BET Awards, because God is amazing. While Taraji was doing her little skit to give out roses to people, she mistaken another man for you. And then when she realized it, she doubled back to give you the rose and made a little flirty comment. She wasn't taking a jab at your wife. It wasn't disrespect to your wife. And I think that you know that. If you also notice, she still had several roses to give out, but she couldn't because the time had ran out. Now, for you to take that rose and make that post to show like you shouldn't be disrespecting, and then put it all on God like you're going to be recognized, that was all you and all flesh. You know how I know that? Because when you processed it, you took it down. So after she came and apologized publicly, that should have been the end of that. Unless you wanted to speak to her and let her know how you really felt and that your wife's feelings was hurt or something. You could have reached out to her privately, but you didn't do that. So know that you're TikTok famous, which is great, because I love you and I watch all your TikToks, and I'm not eating somewhere you tell me not to. But Taraji is a mega superstar. She probably doesn't sit on TikTok all day watching your TikTok, so she'll know you when she sees you. And you did look different. So your takeaway from that moment should have been grace and humility. And I think you know that because you took that video down. But sometimes you do things, well, all the time you do things, and there are consequences to those things. Now everybody is saying you standing on business about your wife, this, that, and the third. That lady don't want you, and you knew it. And that ain't being ugly. Because, you love your wife. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows your wife loves you. But come on. That wasn't what you're supposed to do. And again, I say you know that because you took it down. Learn from this. There's going to be a lot of times people don't know you, don't recognize you, mistake you for other people. But you know you. And you know who God says you are. So having to say something back to somebody, you don't have to do that. You should have been graceful, smiled, did what you wanted to do off camera. But to do that and throw the rose down was not becoming of someone who you portray yourself to be. I hope you take this and learn from it, because it's not a jab. It's just advice. You have a good day.
So please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation. Are you for Taraji disrespected Kit Lee's wife? Are you like, you know what, anybody could make the mistake? What did you think happened? Please go ahead and share your thoughts down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful as always. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way, okay? That's how we roll, yeah. We're a family here. We disagree. Disagreement is a norm here. So feel free to share your thought, but respectfully, okay? So this video has even gotten Kit Lee to respond to it immediately. This video or this conversation went viral. This got a lot of people talking, and Kit Lee has responded to this. But before I go on, I also want to just drop it here that if you go back and watch the clip that is causing this whole controversy, when Taraji was walking in, she mentioned something about Method Man or something like that. So clearly, it seems like she kind of identified that guy as Method Man. She might not know him, but obviously when you see him, you can see the resemblance he has with Method Man. But also, I feel like she had someone in her ear telling her, no, focus on this, do that. And clearly, she doesn't know who Kit Lee's. So this is my own opinion. This is what I feel happened. I feel like because there's another clip of Kit Lee and his wife in another seat, not that seat. So I feel like they moved some TikTokers to the front to get the roles or to do that part of the show. Then Taraji was supposed to make the Kit Lee joke and then the Method Man joke. But when she walked in there, she recognized the Method Man guy. But when she now said, are you something Method? And the guy said no. Somebody just said, this is my own thought, okay? This is my own scenario. So I felt like somebody was in her ear telling her, no, talk to Kit Lee, because she was standing just in front of Kit Lee, but talking to, is it Jonah? I think that's the guy's name, the guy that looks like Method Man. And she actually thought that was the person they were telling her to talk to, and she did the Kit Lee impression thing before. I feel like that's where it went wrong. But yeah, I'm still going to share my own thoughts on this, okay? In my own head, that's the scenario. That's what makes sense in my own head. But I'm still going to share more of my thoughts. So let's go here, check out Kit Lee's own response to the entire controversy. Let's go hear his own thought. People calling him out for throwing the rose on the floor. Let's go hear his own thoughts on this, and then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts. But I want to know what you think about this controversy down below.
Last night was the BT Awards, and right now it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for 1 second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation. The situation happened the way it did. It is what it is. I made a video last night where I had the rose that was given to me in my hand and I let it fall on the floor. The reason I did this had nothing to do with Taraji P. Henson. The reason I dropped it on the floor is that I wholeheartedly believe that wasn't my rose. That wasn't my rose. That wasn't my moment. It was given to me, but it wasn't mine. And I always say, I don't want nothing that ain't mine. I want what's meant for me, nothing less, nothing more. The entire segment on the production side felt extremely rushed. Not only did it feel rushed, it did not feel intentional. It did not feel purposeful. I'm forever thankful for every room that I'm in. I was more than thankful and more than grateful to just sit there and enjoy the show. Me and my wife, we looked amazing. We felt amazing. We was enjoying the show. I've always spoke about my social anxiety. And for me, just to get out and be in that moment was more than enough for me. So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me. I'm personally a fan of Taraji. I've been for years and I always will be. I love to see her get the recognition that she deserved in that moment and had a platform and a stage that she's always deserved. For this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us. And another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly. I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations and in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that. I'm always going to be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we going to be is going to change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. I said that last night and that was still misconstrued, and I stand on it 1,000%. Whatever room I'm supposed to be in, whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen how it's supposed to happen. Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment. And that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on the journey with me and that's still on the journey with me, I'm forever grateful. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. We all humans. We all make mistakes. It is what it is. I just wish they would have set both of us up for more success in that situation. That's it. God bless you.
I want to know your own thoughts. So go ahead. Keith Lee's coming to address the entire situation. What is your own thought on him addressing the situation? I feel like Keith Lee coming to address the situation kind of just share more light. People that think that, but I feel like this is my way. I felt like first, BET is to be blamed. Second, Taraji is to be blamed. Third, Keith Lee is to be blamed for this entire controversy. And this is where I'm going to tell you where I blame everybody. First, BET will not BET organizing a show like that, mixing people, both influencer, content creators, and actual celebrity together, and not doing the work to make it a smooth show is on them. And whoever was allegedly by me, okay, was wrong doing that. Taraji, yes, you are the host, and whatever script I was given to you and all that, probably you should have just like that extra work, that extra attention to that. Okay, who are the people? What are the people? What are the jobs I'm training at them? What are the jokes I'm telling and all that? Like just point that out and point those and like just get those people that are important in the show for the show to be for them to be mentioned. I don't know if I'm making sense. That's Taraji, like, but I get it. She's busy. She has other things to do and wardrobe fitting and all that. Then Keith Lee already took that route. He had like there was no need for him to post anything on social media, dropping the rose on the floor. For me, that was a disrespect to Taraji or the situation that happened. So I feel like there was no need. Like the fact that he could have just rejected it there and said, "Don't worry." But they took it all smiling, giggly, and kiki kaka. And after that, you dropped it and then you post it on social media. You could have done that quietly and not post it on social media. But he did that because he wants people to know that he felt some type of way about it. But he coming to say that he doesn't think it wasn't from Taraji, it wasn't for. I get like. I don't think so. I feel like he felt some type of way towards the organizer or Taraji. There was some type of feelings, and I get it, and I understand why he should feel that way. But him doing that and saying that, oh no, I don't feel so. But this is my own take on the entire situation. Do I think Taraji know who Keith Lee is? No, I don't think she does. First, we all know TikTok is like almost new, and it's almost like the millennials and the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha and the Z-millennials that are mostly on it. Taraji is not. I think Taraji is the Gen X. So I'm not saying there's no Gen X on the platform or doing social media, but she's a Gen X one, and she is a celebrity, like an A-list celebrity that probably are spending so much time doing other things. Even sometimes some of us, to 24 hours is not enough for us, and doing certain things will really be hard. So I get it that she might not be really conversant to it, and I don't feel like it was genuine with you. How are you going to it? I feel like it was a scripted conversation or dialogue that they did for her, and yeah, that's my own thought on that. Like I said, I believe somebody was in her ear. Then, but I also feel like she kind of recognized the Method Man guy, Jonathan. I feel like she did recognize him. But that to say, I don't think she met any form of disrespect to Keith Lee or his wife. I know that she was just doing what she was paid to do as the host, and the person in the ear probably just confused her. But I feel like it wasn't coming from an ill place saying that, I'm coming here to this and say, call me. And in real sense, if you know how this type of thing work, you know that her telling Keith Lee like, call me, give him his flowers, call me. It wasn't serious. Like, it wasn't serious. She even told the other guy to call me. I even feel like Taraji was more drawn to the other guy than even Keith Lee in this situation. So I don't feel like it was. And I don't think that I don't feel like if Taraji knows that that was his wife next to him, I don't think she will have done it that way. But I also feel like she did it that way too, because not making excuses for her, okay, but I feel like she did it that way because she already knew she already fumbled by making a mistake by not knowing who Kitli is, and she was just kiki kakai, like just trying to make a joke to get out of the situation. And we all know how sometimes we make those type of mistake in public, in big platforms, in big stages, and we just try to play it off like it's not a big deal. I feel like that's what she was trying to do there. But yeah, no love lost. Okay, I feel like they all deserve their flowers, their accolade. They've all put in the work to it. But I feel like they also that this thing Hollywood is trying to do, mixing even in Nigeria, to mixing celebrities and influencers together. Do I like it? I'm indifferent about it. If it blends well, why not? Well, I'm indifferent about it. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section. I love to know what you think about this amazing conversation, this amazing story down in the comment section. So go ahead and share your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Who you stand for? Who you support in this controversy? Go down and share your thoughts. But please keep it respectful as always. Okay? Don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl. Yeah, so go ahead and do that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.